the Damned, a Runner Owen story. Written by Vincent. Narrated by Avalon Roselin. The death of a beautiful woman is, unquestionably, the most poetical topic in the world. Edgar Allan Poe. Friend of the Damned. I cannot forget. I knew when he found me, woke me where I'd collapsed, that I could never forget. Still the snow drifts down in silence, that hideous vision trapped within my memories. I am safe now, shaking in this cold, dark chamber, safe from the world, safe from you. But I look towards the door, waiting. Even now I look over my shoulder, bracing for your cursed silhouette, your smug smile. Yet you are not here. Do I wish you were? I know what you've done. I could not even dream of what was to come, but I fancy I felt your eyes upon me as I walked with my cousin that day. Yes, this is the truth. She is my cousin. Did you doubt me before? Even orphans such as I have family. Fools whisper of our courtship, as if myself, being woman-born, could have no true reason to enjoy her company. But she is dear to me, my blonde and bright-eyed Loretta Dunstan. Don't hurt her. I'm the one you want. Too cold to walk to the market, she instead treated me to the tea room at the Glint Hall Hotel. I'm sure our presence was noted. With the remodeling finished, all rooms were open, most of all to those not of my standing. The new electric lights hummed overhead, casting sharpened rays on glass and porcelain alike, as well as my own glasses. Goddess, but I prefer the crackle of crystal fire to it. Across from me, Loretta smiled every time our eyes met, yet I knew her too well. I saw the thoughts racing behind them. I asked, "Is something the matter?" She looked at the table, smiling, fading, and back to my eyes again. "Owen," she said, "I need your help." A familiar refrain, from lips that rarely ask anyone for help. I straightened my back against the dark wood of my chair. "Did you see it?" she asked, her voice low. "The sign in the lobby, for a Miss Dartmere?" It had been hard to miss, large as it was. I'd given it an odd glance as we passed it by. Illuminated by the lights reflecting on polished walls and floors, it stood alone, brazen and proud, words beside a drawing of the woman herself. "Theodora Dartmere, friend of the dead." "Yes," I said now. "What of it?" Loretta glanced around the chairs, the tables surrounding us. No one could judge her for her honesty. No one remained in the room but the expressionless portraits on the walls, and our own reflection in the windows just past us. "She's been in mourning for almost 2 years," she spoke, her voice low. "Ever since Gail Littleton left us." She tapped her fingernail upon her delicate cup. "Do you know anything of her? Either of them?" I shook my head. Loretta set her cup down, folded her pale hands together. "Miss Littleton was deeply loved by the Spiritualism Society. Miss Dartmere learned under her for several years, but as they say, both were beautiful and clever, so the mentorship bloomed to love." Loretta looked to the door, worrying her bottom lip. "They were to be married, but the consumption took hold of Miss Littleton, and it did not wait for man or God." She sighed. "Miss Dartmere refused to leave her bride's side until the ice melted enough for the burial. After, she was too broken to leave her home. Even now she wears the black veil and dress of a widow and refuses to consider another lover." Picking up her cup again, Loretta stared into the depths of it. "It is painfully romantic." "What a tragedy," I mumbled. Gail Littleton must have been loved beyond words, and Miss Dartmere had money to support such grief, not needing to return to the world early in search of it. "Miss Dartmere returns now," Loretta said. "She carries on with Miss Littleton's title, continues with her life's quest, holding séances and speeches all over our city." She pressed her lips together. "And yet," she said, "and yet she's said nothing of her bride, and Miss Littleton herself has vanished." I drew in a quiet breath. Loretta does not often speak of her other sight to me, to anyone. Being the daughter of the most beloved and controversial factory owner in the city is enough attention for one woman, much less one of her beauty, to handle. But her magic is strong and wild as dragons. No one knows the dead like my Loretta. Vanished? I whispered. Loretta nodded, her blonde curls swaying. I saw her 3 times, each time close by Miss Dartmuir's side. Miss Dartmuir scarcely looked at her. The grief hung like ashes around them both. At the 4th, Miss Dartmuir had changed. She stood straight, and her eyes glinted beneath the veil. And Miss Littleton... Loretta shuddered. I never saw her again. But why? I said. Why would she leave? Wouldn't she have stayed with her love? Loretta did not look at me. I never met Miss Littleton in life, she said, every word careful. But if their love was true, and I felt in my soul it was and is, she frowned, she would not have left willingly. I breathed in, I breathed out. Do you think Miss Dartmuir? I tried to ask her about what happened, but she did not seem to understand, Loretta said. It's hard for me to speak to anyone from the Spiritualism Society, however. One wrong word and they'll never give me peace. Her eyes raised up and looked at me. Owen, she said, forgive me. I pray I don't place you in danger by asking for your help. Miss Dartmuir has done something horrible, and I fear she does not know what. But it is midwinter, and the dreaming damned have awoken. Through the snow they hunt, they hunger. It may be too late to save Miss Littleton, but perhaps you can save Miss Dartmuir. I bowed my head. I will do my best. Hello, my lovely rose garden, and thank you for listening all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed this preview of Friend of the Damned by Vincent Lore. You can purchase and read the entire short story at the links below in the description and support a fantastic indie author. This is my first real attempt at professional voiceover work, so please let me know what you thought in the comments. I would love to get your feedback and see how I can continue to do this kind of work, because I'm finding that it's something I really enjoy and I want to keep doing. Thank you very much, and keep growing till next time, Rose Garden.